Trump news comes into effect. Jerome Powell has been served. Will he get kicked out as the Fed president, or he's the FOMC president,
For sure.
the Fed chair, right? Will he get kicked out, or will we see Jerome Powell fight this off and not be political and continue to do his job until the end of his terms? Trump really doesn't want to. Really doesn't want to. Trump wants cuts. Jerome Powell seems to be wanting to stay still for January. I don't think we will stay still, but that's just my comments. That's just my opinion. I know that you are saying that they probably will. I think the odds are definitely in your favor, but this was crazy news. This was on a Sunday too, while the market was closed. So the market had a little bit of time to digest. Pre-markets and Asian and European sessions were both negative, but then we bounced back as soon as the market opened. So we digested it, and the market doesn't seem to be taking this too seriously. It's just extra pressure that Trump is trying to add. We had an idea that this was going to happen when they met in the Federal Reserve, when they were walking around the building.
With the hats?
Yeah, right. And you could see Jerome's face. He's just like, what is going on here? You know, and all of a sudden, we're seeing this sort of like the continuation of that attack. Market doesn't seem to believe it. In this episode, we're going to talk about that and see, because I know you've been paying more attention to this for sure. So I want to get your thoughts, Dimitris.
So, first of all, I'm sure you were surprised as me, even though we have different time zones. You're probably awake when the whole thing went down with Jay Powell going live last night, right?
Yeah.
For a moment, I thought it was a deep fake because he never goes live by himself. It's always like when he speaks, it's always an event we watch. And I woke up this morning and I'm like, what is going on? And then he went public and he said whatever he said, that this is politically motivated, this probe. But what makes it interesting is that number one, he went public on a video by himself, and number two, this move by Trump, which he said he would. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago, he jokingly said that we're going to sue the Federal Reserve, and we all thought that was a joke. It wasn't a joke after all. And the Department of Justice, to open a probe, they probably have something, right? I mean, was it Warren Buffett that he said if they follow you for 50 miles, they're going to get something on you?
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's some technicality. It's nothing serious. What are they going to put him into jail because he spent $2 million more on the renovation of the Federal Reserve? I mean, really?
Yeah. Welcome to American politics.
Yes.
It's like, so that's probably on the low end of mismanagement, right?
Do you know what? Trump, we don't give him enough credit. He's a ruthless politician. Okay, he's really to go really low. If in order to advance his agenda, he would do whatever he has to do, and it's unfortunate, but at the same time entertaining.
Was he this ruthless in his first term?
No, but do you know why? Because in
in
his first term, he was advised by people to put different kind of people in his administration. It wasn't his choices. I got that from the interviews he did on the campaign trail this time around, and he said that was one of the mistakes. I want them to be my choices. I want them to be my picks to advance my agenda. So this time around, he put his people in. The DOJ guy, whoever it is, I don't know who the DOJ guy is, but that's obviously his guy. And if they can find something to put pressure on the Fed to lower rates faster, good. But it's a bigger game that plays, and this is my opinion. I told you before we went live, and you asked me why would they do that? He's going to be gone like in 3 months anyway.
Yeah.
Right? But it's going to be gone in May, and then he's going to get his new guy in May. But Jay Powell remains on the board. It's going to have a vote out of the two. So the way that the Fed, the FOMC works, it's 12 votes, eight, eight board members, and four votes from the Federal Reserve Banks on a rotating basis. The only one that votes every time is the New York Fed. So it's 12 votes. And the Fed and Jay Powell will lose. What are we looking at?
So this is whoever votes. So these are all of the members, the
Yes.
FOMC members, and then the
Yes.
voting members versus the non-voting members, and by what year?
Yeah. So, so after May, Jay Powell will remain on the board. So what Trump is trying to do, in my opinion, is to get rid of him. He's not trying to put him in jail. He's just trying to get him to leave, to resign, maybe resign early. And the reason really is because Trump wants to get the rate cutting process earlier. He wants a red hot economy leading to the midterms so he can get out and campaign and brag how great the economy is, the great economy of all time. We know how it goes, right? And if you pay attention to the news of last week, when he basically told Fannie and Freddie to buy 200 billion worth of mortgage-backed securities, that's basically QE. That's Trump's version of QE. He's doing that. He's putting pressure on Jay Powell in not such a good way. He's doing deals with Venezuela, trying to get oil prices down for inflation. So he's been creative. He's been trying his best to get inflation down and get rates down so he can get the housing market back on track. That's the game. I think if Jay Powell play ball and listen to him, I don't think he will be doing this. But Jay Powell is resisting, and he has a good reason because they look the numbers. And I'm not saying Jay Powell is doing anything wrong. He's just in the way of Trump.
Yeah, exactly. He's not kissing the ring, right?
No, he's not kissing the ring.
Right. He's only one of the few that is actually not kissing the ring, and obviously he's getting punished and he's getting a showcase. Right, like he's getting sort of like parade in front of the people. This is what happens to you.
He made one mistake. He did the first rate cut last year, just before the election.
Yeah, which looked political.
It wasn't a mistake because it had to be done at that time, but it looked political.
Yeah,
and Trump took it as such, and that's how the whole thing started. So if he just hold that and then cut following the election, like a month later, we probably wouldn't be in this situation. So, and I'm not saying Jay Powell is political. In my opinion, Powell did the best he could with whatever he had. I think he was a good Fed chair.
Which I think he's done great. I think he's done great.
Yeah.
I think he deserves the Nobel. Give him the economics Nobel.
Yeah,
for sure.
The way he handled the economy during the pandemic. Okay, we got inflation. The alternative was much worse, right? Like, do you imagine like a 20%, 25% like unemployment rate, or do you take the 9% inflation? I take the inflation every time.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think he's done great, and then like he's had to deal with a ton of uncertainty. He's had to deal with the tariffs. He's had to deal with 22. I mean, like I don't know. I like Powell. I think he's like communicated well. I don't think he's deviated from his message at all. Every single time I see the same thing, we're just going to be data dependent and see what happens, right? Like it's always the same, right? And people then it's like, oh my god, such a shock, and it's like it's not a shock. It's not a shock, right? Like he's telling you what he's trying to do, right? Even though, most of the voting members are sort of dovish, right? Like we know that the rate, like it should be like lower than expected, right? I didn't want him to cut rates. If I was in that board, I'll be hawkish. I'll be like, no, we're sitting at all-time highs. We're sitting pretty everywhere. Yeah, unemployment is coming up. Who cares?
Yeah, but they don't really care about the markets.
Of course.
if the markets take a dive like it happened in 2018 when they lost like 20% in like 3 weeks, they care then, but they don't make policy based on markets unless it's like
Yeah.
the extreme instances, which happens every now and then. But the Fed did the best did the best it could. Jay Powell was a good Fed chair, and you know what? If I had to choose, if I would like Jay Powell to stay for another term instead of getting a new guy that we don't know what he's about, and we're gonna have to go through 3, 4, 5 press conferences to get an idea. Because you know what? The first FOMC meeting of the new guy, whoever the guy is, Kevin or Kevin, right, is going to be volatile as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Both Kevins have very different paths.
Yes,
Yeah. And they're both bad. They're both bad.
and they don't look the part.
Yeah.
Maybe one Kevin does, the other Kevin not so much, and they don't know the way because Jay Powell has been so careful, what not to say.
He's respected the role.
Yes,
You know what I mean? He's respected the role, and he could have been very extremely political, right? Like he could have always like taken the time to kind of go in and say, "Hey, like this is what I disagree with Trump. This is," and he's just like, "That's politics. I don't care. That's not my job." You know, and it's like he's not touching on that. Like I don't know. Like this makes him very presidential, but that's just me. You know, like in that way, he's just like, "Look, like this is a role, right?" And I think he's done very well. Like I agree with you 100%. He's done very well. I disagree with people that say it's like he's like tanking the economy. Like I just don't think that interest rates affect. They have an effect, but it's something that is long term, and it's not something that's dynamic. And you know, it's like it's a big hammer, right? And what you want to do is like, and you're trying to sculpt like an ice sculpture, right? It's like if you start swinging that hammer, it's just gonna break it. Is the way that I see it, right?
he's remained very conservative
Yeah.
across the years, and being conservative is better than being reckless when it comes to monetary policy. And you adjust when you think you make a mistake, you adjust, but he remained conservative, and that serves us. I mean, listen, you and I, and I can speak for Mimi and Timothy as well. We made money during his tenure, right?
100%.
So
If
we're
you were
not,
in the markets, you made money
yeah, we're not complaining. We're
on
not,
the downside and on the upside. You know, it's like
yeah, yeah.
here. This is an interesting question that we can sort of touch on, right? Like, what would happen if the U.S. economy Powell reduced interest rates by 1%? And like, this is a tricky question because it's like, does he do it right away, or does
Yeah.
he do it over a period of time, right? And the thing is what you have to understand is the tool that the Fed has, right?
Mhm.
So the Fed has control over the short end of interest rates, daily interest rates, right?
Mhm.
The way that the American banking system is, every single bank should be balanced. Their books have to be balanced, and you can borrow money from different people. And the last line of defense is the Fed. So if anybody needs to borrow money at the end of the day, the Fed can print, and then they have to pay those interest rates, right? Like that's what they're offering. Like I don't know, because I'm assuming the Canadian is very similar to the American, so you might be able to like touch me on here, because like, but I know for a fact that it's like it's the short end, right? So it's like they
Mhm.
pretty much like people can put money with the Fed, and then the Fed is going to provide that. So that takes away liquidity, that takes away many different things. And it has many different effects. Now, if you go down 1%, that's instant liquidity. That's pretty much not going to go to the Fed. It's going to go to different places, right? And the fact that they're not paying as much is going to find other places to kind of find that yield,
Mhm.
right? So usually it's like that people think that the Fed has control over all of interest rates, like the 10-year, the 30. That's not what it does. What they do is the daily, the intraday rate, right?
Yeah, they have the short term. They have control of the short term rates, and the federal fund rate is basically the that that rate, whatever it is. What is it now? 3.25 to 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me have a look.
or
I think so.
3 to 3.25.
I think 3.5375, but no, but I think they come down. So
Yeah.
the
So
current
whatever
rate
the
is
number is basically the amount.
3.5375. Yeah.
So it's basically that's the amount that the banks are charging lending between them.
Yeah. Like
So
that's the floor.
yeah, so they can balance their books
Yeah.
overnight. And but to answer the question, what will happen to the U.S. economy if Powell reduces the interest rate by one? The next day, not really. Nothing really to the economy, to the markets. That's a
The
different.
markets are going to go crazy. You imagine Powell goes tomorrow and he said, guys, we're dropping a 1% interest rate.
Yes.
It's like, okay, what broke? Who's
Yeah.
in trouble? Is JP Morgan coming to save us?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
continue.
1% of interest rates for the US economy, it's huge, especially if it's going to be like in one shot. Because imagine everything that you pay interest to buy or to borrow, like houses, cars, you name it, everything financing becomes cheaper instantly.
Yeah.
So someone that couldn't afford to buy a house probably comes the next day or a few days after. So that will spark some spending within the economy, and it's going to have an impact on growth.
Yeah.
Some people say that it's going to make the economy red hot, and then they run out of steam, and then they run into trouble. That's why it's better to do it slowly, instead of doing it in one shot. But to answer the question, that will have an instant impact on the economy. Not instant impact, but it's going to have an impact psychological. It's more psychological than actual like impact.
Yeah.
But yeah, the economy will get in a better shape. Even though the economy is strong as we speak, it will get the economy in a better shape. The markets, forget about the market. The markets go nuts. Like
Yeah.
if you have in the high paid assets, oh, you're having a good day. You're having a good week.
But the thing is it depends though, because the thing is like if they go and say, hey, we're going to cut 1%, that means that something broke. That's a significant move. That's double the highest they've done in a really long time. So that's
Yeah.
that's a, hey, we're here to provide liquidity for the markets.
Yeah, 1% rate cut is usually an emergency rate cut, right?
Yeah, that's a bank going out of business. That's
Yeah.
it's
So the question doesn't specify like
of course.
what's the occasion or what's the emergency, but we're assuming like in good times, nothing
Yeah.
is happening, 1%, it's significant. If it's like a shit show and like some regional goes past, like in California, that's a different scenario, but it makes everything more accessible to the consumer, especially the low-end consumer.
Yeah.
Because the high-end consumer doesn't really need to borrow. The high-end consumer just spends whatever they want. So it's for the low-end consumer. And yeah, we try and get the new guy to drop 1%, as we know. He's
No, the thing is you can't. You're not going to get a guy that's going to go into the Fed. The thing is you also have to remember the fact that the chair doesn't vote by himself. This is not like a tyranny. You know what I mean? Like it's not just like he has a sway, and if Fed members don't know where to vote, they'll consult the chair, and then they'll tend to lean towards that, right? So they tend to lean.
It takes some time though to get some
to get the trust. You have to get the trust. You know, you can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to put the one guy. He's now president, and now he has to make everybody else vote.
Yeah.
No, because the Fed has like regulations and lines and that allow for those members to stay in power without having the political intervention that was seen by Trump. So it's like it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, is who are the voting members, and those voting members get to decide. So it's like that's the big thing here. People are like freaking out about who's going to be the next president of the Fed. It's like
the Fed chair.
The Fed chair.
Yeah.
Is Powell not the president of the FOMC?
No,
He's the chair.
The chair, the presidents.
Yeah.
Are the presidents of the regional banks. That's a different. That's different. There are some presidents in the Fed, but not.
Thing is, it's like they have sway, but they don't get to dictate, right? Each one of these members is like top of their field. They get chosen by the Fed, by the different Federal Reserves. Everybody gets like these are roles, like these are people that know what they're doing, what they're talking about. You know, they've earned this. So it's like you're not just gonna sway them willy-nilly.
Especially on your first go.
No,
you need a good you need one term,
get
the credibility,
Of
right?
course.
And then you probably can sway. I mean, if I have to
Right.
guess, Jay Powell has some sway in his board,
A
right?
hundred percent. 100%. You can
Yeah,
see it the way that he defends the members, the way that he defends the Fed.
yeah.
He definitely does. That's why Trump is so scared. But funny enough, guess who appointed Powell?
Trump.
Trump
That
in
was his.
his last. So it's like that shows you. It's like it doesn't matter. The moment you have the job in the Fed, Trump is going to try to attack you any way he can in order to get you to do what he wants. But Powell is not even flinching.
He's
Like
not comfortable though. He doesn't like it. He's not liking it because
he does.
he's attacking his character, and right. I mean, do you want to say he's a bad Fed chair? Fine, but he's been calling him like names, and you know,
Hey, we almost got the soft landing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, the results are going to speak by themselves. And
Yeah.
so far, we have not seen a crisis that everybody was talking about. Yeah, we saw some weakness in the market for a little bit, but look at spending. Look
Yeah.
at look at GDP. We've seen GDP growth, productivity under Jerome. That's a pretty
Okay.
good resume.
Talking about unemployment. Did you notice last week that Trump shared some of the numbers?
Before, yeah. That was crazy.
Bro, that was like, what are we doing? And you know what? He can do that. He's the ultimate, like, what is called when you can reveal the numbers? Declassified officer.
Yeah.
He's the ultimate declassified like person in the government. He can declassify whatever he wants. And apparently, those numbers are shared with the White House and it has been going back like for decades. And nobody has ever like shared or tweet. Trump said,
doesn't care.
"Fuck it, let me
Trump
share
doesn't
some
care.
of the."
You know, I called this when he got into power, and I said this is his last term. This is like I think we talked about this. We said this is legacy. This is the legacy.
Yeah.
What legacy is Trump gonna have at the end of his term? Is he gonna be the president that stood quiet and just rode into the night? Or is he gonna be the vengeful president that took everybody down, that tried to take him down before they could? Or is he gonna be the one that shifts America to the upside? What's going to be the legacy?
I think it's the last one. I think he's trying to sway America to the upside. I think he's trying to reestablish, because America during the last couple of presidents, even his first administration, he didn't know too much. He didn't know exactly what's happening. It was a bit passive, like a quiet, soft power. And being a soft power, you're almost taking advantage by others. And he said, no mas, no mas. And then he started doing the bombing in Iran. He did the Venezuela thing. Now he's apparently reports he's moving troops into the Middle East. Have you read about that?
No. I've been off today. I'm glad markets are up. I called markets up today because I was like, oh, we have data tomorrow. We have CPI. Very important day tomorrow. And I was like, markets are going to go up probably at the start of the day, probably end red because we're going to see de-risking at the end of the day. But I didn't expect this. And then there was just a buying opportunity for the day.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think that he's going to do anything. Like Powell has like 4 months. How long is the DOJ going to take for him to take Powell out of the seat?
No, but they're not trying to take him off the seat. They're trying to get him to know that we can get you. Because listen, if the DOJ wants to get you, they're going to get you. They're going to get you on something. It's going to be meaningless. It's going to be ridiculous, but they can get you on something. So they want to get him to resign even 2 months prior, leave off the board, so he's not going to have a vote.
I think he might leave. That's the one thing I think he might do. He might leave after because he's still not sure what happens after. He said it in one of the press conferences. They asked him, it was like, do you plan to stay after? And he was like, I still don't know. I'm just running the Fed.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the future until I get the president done.
Yeah.
Like he just needs to get this plane.
Trump wants him off. You want to get his people and someone that has an understanding that we need a better monetary policy, like more accommodated monetary policy. for the low-end consumer. I mean, if you see, okay, beyond the politics, because there are a lot of politics, you have to separate the politics and the policies. And the policies of Trump are actually quite good. It's the politics that makes the whole thing distasteful.
The thing is like, look, like he's not like he's not acting like a politician. Like he's not acting like a Biden. He's not acting like like an Obama, right? Like he's just like that. He's like, oh yeah, I'm a cool guy. Yeah, yeah. And then behind the scenes, he's doing all the things he needs to get done.
Mm.
He shows you what he needs to get done, and he doesn't care who sees it, because believe it or not, Trump is the one president that has realized, it seems, that he's sitting in the top seat.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't, why does he have to answer to anybody else? He's in the top seat. He's dictating where we go. And that's what he's showing. He's showing, you know what? Yeah, maybe I tackle sometimes, but maybe I don't.
Mm.
Maybe I don't. And you know what? I'm going to throw every piece of the book, because that's what you guys tried to do to me last time. And now he's looking for revenge. You know, he's looking for revenge. That's what I'm looking. You know, it's like he's like, even, man, I swear to you, it's like, even and the thing is, just like, this might get me banned in America. I don't even know. You know, it's like, but the fact that he didn't get the Nobel Prize, like, he's so salty about that still, because he didn't get the recognition there. And I'm telling you, that's burning him alive, because he wants all of it. He wants all of it. If you read his book, he says it.
Yeah,
in the book, he says it.
That's what he's about. That's what he likes. He wants to be recognized as a winner, as something that achieved, especially if he achieved something that nobody else did. I think Obama got it. I think Obama won a Nobel Prize. He did, right?
I think so.
Obama did.
Obama? Yeah.
So he's going to be bitter about not getting the Nobel Prize. But how about
the Peace Prize in 2009? Yeah.
How about the other? How about the other one, that he's proposing a ban to institutional investors buying single family homes?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you pay attention to his policies, and I'm talking about the economy, I'm not talking about immigration and all that. I'm talking about just the economy. If you look his policies, he's getting creative. How about capping the interest rates on Visa and MasterCard at 10%?
Yeah. That one is crazy. That one is crazy. Yeah. Like, you know, like, it's funny because he acts like government should be small and that government shouldn't have a role, and like that's the Republican way.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is that he's acting more like she than she is. China's tamed right now. China's calm compared to the States. It's insane.
It's calm. I mean, they don't have an option not to be calm.
I know, but you know, but usually it's like you would assume the bad guy to be China, right? Like like China does what Trump is doing now. It's like like they're going into companies and they're like subsidizing and creating like things, but he's using his power to give the government shares of Intel, potential like what's it called, like tax agreements with Nvidia chips. It's like you know.
I don't know, but all this, you have to put everything is like a puzzle. You have to put all his moves together, and they're happening not at the same time. You have to pay attention and remember all the moves that he's pulling, trying to get, because the bottom line is for the U.S. economy, for the U.S. consumer, and what the Americans care about is a strong economy. Is the economy strong? Do I have a job? Do I have money to spend? They don't care about geopolitics. They don't care what is going on in Europe, right? They don't care about nothing else. Yeah. The Americans, they look inward. In Europe, we look across to the United States to see what they're doing. In America, they don't care. The guy in Kansas City has enough trouble with whatever he's doing there. He doesn't care what's happening globally.
He wants to go to work, get a car. He wants to go to work, get a car, get paid, and have enough to survive.
Yes, go to a bar, have a beer, and and it is what it is. And Trump is trying to put the country to get the economy stronger, because he loves to brag about how strong the economy is, the best economy of all time, and all that. We heard that so many times. And instead of waiting for policymakers, for the Fed, for that guy and this guy, or the invisible hand of the economy to work, he's putting his hand and say to Fannie and Freddie, buy 200 billion worth of mortgage securities, and let's do QE. Let me go into Venezuela and put the infrastructure together so I can guarantee a lower oil prices. Let me, you know what I mean? So he's getting creative. Let me get Powell out of there so I can put my guy in it and drop the rates. What was the last thing you put on the screen? That looks like is building up a strike in Iran. Yes, that's what I think so as well.
Yeah, you talked about it, the numbers. Yeah.
Yes. So he's all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one more thing. You sent me the video. Someone sent me the video, and he went. One reason that he went to Venezuela, it was because the Chinese were getting interested in Venezuela. And what
Yeah.
the Chinese do, they give you loans, and then you can't pay the loans, and they extend the loans, and then you can't pay them, and then they take your assets.
Yeah.
Trump just got in and just cut them out.
Expropriate. It's American stuff.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So who are the? So it's basically the G7 countries, the G20 countries, the West, and who are the adversaries of the West?
What?
Is it was
China?
China,
Russia?
Russia, Iran, North Korea, Venezuela was until last week, and who else?
And you have like what? Like Brazil, probably. He's like they're
Yeah,
talking
Brazil
with.
is a democracy.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay, so the ones I just mentioned, Venezuela just switched sides, right? And Iran is it's working on it.
yeah,
They've been having like protesters, and I'm reading reports, and I don't know what to believe. And the U.S. is moving the Air Force into Europe and into the Middle East. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what's the planning. But if can you imagine managing to switch Iran into the other side?
and maintain it. Because one thing is switching it, but maintaining it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you can get because then Iran right now is the trouble child of the Middle East,
Mm-hmm.
right? So then we're talking about Abraham Accords. We're talking about
Mm-hmm.
getting everybody in the same buck, unification, all of that, and you get them on the same page on their Saudi.
Yeah.
It'll
I
be
mean,
interesting.
everyone wants it. No, they don't want a conflict. They want a cooperative Iran in the Middle East. All the Gulf countries, they want it. Nobody's gonna argue about it. So, and then you s- you can break the alliance of the adversaries. So it's the move, and it's a ballsy move to do. But Trump showed that he has the balls to pull the Venezuela, to do to open a probe on J. Powell. Argentina has switched
Switch sides.
sides, has given that some money, and also selling some military. Yes, yes, indeed.
I think they paid that back already, so it's like it actually worked.
Yeah.
At least I haven't read the news. Don't grill me. I don't know much about Argentina.
No, no.
Don't grill me on the specifics.
After the Venezuela thing, the only country in Latin America that actually like applaud this was Argentina, because Trump gave them money. I don't know exactly about the military kit. I'm sure he did, because that's what the Americans do. They give you some military toys to play. But he gave them some money. He stabilized their economy, and then you get an ally. And I'm guessing it's an ally that Democrat couldn't get, and Trump did. So he's pulling the moves.
Yeah. No, he is. He is playing like he is playing in the big field. Like he's
Okay,
not scared to move the pieces.
so now that we covered all the things that we have to cover, we have to answer the question that everyone cares about. How, why is that good for us, for investors?
What the Trump?
The Trump drama with the Fed and with the oil and with
It,
the
it creates buying opportunities so far, unless we see something break or something which we could see, like might as well see. But it's like I'm telling you, I told Mimi this on a message. I sent her the video of Powell, and I said, if Powell gets arrested, I'm out of the markets. I'm out. I'm out.
they're not going to arrest him.
I know, but if they arrest him, I'm out, dude. Like you understand. Like if the Fed doesn't have, I have seen this story play out in Venezuela. If the Fed doesn't have the autonomy that it needs and the difference in powers that America has had for the last 200 years, if Powell, if you play with the money and you take Powell out and you take away, you chose him. I am sorry, but you chose him. He has to stay until he does his job. I don't care if you don't like him. I don't care if he's not doing a good job. You let him, because they need independence. If you take away that independence by forcing their hand and creating something, then you're manipulating the sanctity of the dollar. This is like if they take Powell, it's worse than taking the Pope.
Come on.
And worse than taking the Pope. Worse than taking the Pope.
Let's not exaggerate.
Worse than taking the Pope. It's crazy. The
This
Pope, the gold goes down. You know. But man, like you imagine Powell, like we're talking about like the American dollar.
He's not interested in arresting Powell because it's not a good look.
I think he just wants to take credibility away.
Yes, yes.
Right?
He wants him to, because if he goes into court, then it's like once Powell enters a court, then he loses. Even though he's like wrongfully accused or whatever, you lose the credibility when you enter a court to defend yourself. And he's not like he's pocketing the money and going spending it at the Bahamas. It's like, okay, it cost that big. By the way, I was in Washington like a few years back, and I walked through that building, not through, like outside of it. It's a beautiful, beautiful building in the middle of Washington, D.C. It's a beautiful building. I don't know what they want to do to it. Apparently, they haven't been renovated in like since the 40s or the 30s. But yeah, I mean, is really that the reason to start a probe on it? No, but they're gonna get you whatever they can get you on.
Yeah. And you know what Trump said? Trump said he didn't know anything about it.
Of course.
No, he didn't know anything about it. Yeah. No, this is because they wanted to do it.
I'm watching CNBC before the market opened, and Kevin Hassett was on live, and they asked him like, "What's your opinion about the J Powell thing?" And he was like, "I don't know. I haven't looked into it and stuff like that." And then he said, I'm sure the president did not order this. I'm sure this is the Department of Justice did it, and I hope Jay." He was referring to Powell as Jay.
Don't they have like lunch every Thursday or something? Like,
I don't know if they have lunch, but they know each other and they're like talk to each other like often.
What's the name of the guy? What's the name of the guy?
Kevin Hassett.
It's Kevin Hassett. No, and what's the other one? The other Kevin, not the other Kevin.
I don't remember his last name. The other Kevin.
No, because it's Horso, Kevin, but that's the other guy. But that's who's the Secretary of
the Treasury?
Yeah,
that's the guy with the glasses. Yeah. Yeah, they have lunch.
Scott Bessent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those two, they have lunch, like they have breakfast like every other Thursday or whatever
Yeah. They're good friends. Yeah, it's like they're friends. And like I would just imagine how that turns. It's like because you still gotta, you gotta But
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is a credibility play more than it is like as let's get him out play. This is a
Hmm.
credibility play because now they're gonna tell you who the next Fed chair is, and it
Hmm.
doesn't matter what Powell does in the next couple of meetings, which are probably gonna stand still. But because you're taking away a little bit of its like his power in the
Hmm.
sense of like, oh, you're saying he's a bad guy, you're saying he wants to hurt America, blah blah blah, and then you're putting the new guy. The markets are gonna start pricing in the new guy.
Yeah.
That's what he's hoping, right? So it's like because at the end of the day, Powell can only move the short end, right? But if the rest of the market moves, he can get cheaper money. He can get all of these different things too. So I think it has to do with credibility. Do you agree? Or
Yeah. Yeah. He's trying to take take some credibility of Powell, and at the by the end of his term, to just leave the Fed and not be on the board,
yeah,
and get two more votes on his favor, and hopefully for him to advance his agenda. Um, it says it does look like Trump is trying to run the U.S. like a business. Yes, he's imagine he's the CEO and he's getting to a department by department, right, and micromanaging people and telling them do this and do that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, is that what the country needs to get all the bureaucracy to start running again? I mean, I don't know. I don't
He's
know.
definitely oiling something.
Only time will tell, because Kevin Hassett 2 weeks ago he was saying we with the policies that we're doing for the economy, we expect next year to have 3% GDP growth and 1% inflation.
Tomorrow's going to be such an interesting day. I think inflation is going to come in lower than expected.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it is.
Do you think?
December was bad.
Do
December
you
was
think?
bad.
Do you think Trump is gonna get the numbers and say, "I don't like these numbers"?
Like the dates. Like the thing is like I believe Trump to be very strategic with the dates. Why are you choosing the dates that you're choosing? It's like why this weekend, right? Oh, we have CPA data, so maybe it's worse. It could be worse. You know, it could be worse.
So
I
tomorrow
made
is
I made a bet.
with who?
Poly market.
About what?
I think we get a cut, and
In
poly
January,
market. Yeah, yeah,
what's
yeah,
the
yeah.
what's the probability?
3%. But it was like I think I put like I with Adrian. So it was like I gave him $50. And I was like, hey,
It was 30. It was 30, and then it dropped to 3.
yeah. No, it
Yeah,
was 7. No, it was 11. It maxed out at 17 in the last couple of weeks.
I mean,
But
after yesterday, is anyone gonna vote for rate cuts?
maybe just to get him off your back. And he's like, and Trump gives him a call and it's like, hey, like, I'll get him off your back. Just get one more cut. You know what I mean? Just one more cut. That's it, right? Get
Yeah.
us to neutral. Get us to
No,
neutral,
neutral
please.
is like a couple of more cuts away.
I think so. I think so. What's the 2 year at? The 2 year treasury after today. 2 year treasury. 2 year treasury is sitting at 3.5. So yeah, we are very close. The thing is like the market is saying we are close to long term neutral. But are we? It's one more cut. It's one more cut, like a surprise cut. We decided to cut today. Like if you look, most of the people in the Fed are dovish.
Yeah, but if you start cutting, so my thought process about this cut and where I say they won't cut is not because I don't think they can justify it. It's because a new year is a new cycle, and then if you start cutting in January, then you either you're gonna continue cutting continuously, or you're gonna pause and cut again and pause and cut again, because you are only 3 or 4 cuts left until you are like neutral or below neutral.
Yeah.
So do you want to start them in January, or do you want That was my thought process. That
Yeah.
it wasn't that is not justified, or we shouldn't get a cut based on policy.
I just don't like the jobs numbers, right? Because the problem that the thing that scares me with the jobs number is that December tends to be a strong month,
Yeah,
right? And
but it's seasonal,
yeah,
and
it's seasonality,
yeah,
right? So it's like if we account for that, unless what I'm scared of is that it doesn't stop,
mm,
because when it doesn't stop and everybody makes it okay, right? Like when every company is firing people and getting rewarded for it, then you just cut in the edges. It's like, and then we just it's trimming season, and then it's like, then it just doesn't stop, and I'm scared that if it doesn't stop and we continue to see, and then you're coming in with this, oh, maybe we're gonna cut, maybe we're not gonna cut, and then you start creating this uncertainty, the market's just gonna stop believing you. So it's like that. I think January is so real is because, like, the reason I think January is because it's like you still have the opportunity of just being like, hey, we're just adjusting a little bit more. 5% is not gonna change. It's not going to change the big picture here. It's going to be mild, So it's like just a little, one more, and then let's see where we have to go with based on the data. We don't have that data, but the thing is obviously like the November data was awful, December data was awful. It's like we just don't know. Like, how are they going to give me CPI after what they did last time, right? So according to some sources, whenever they don't have the numbers, they just leave them the same on some aspects, on some of the categories. So it's like, now you're going to compare 2 months of data, and then you're going to evaluate 2 months of data and to change it. How does this play out, right? So
tomorrow, are you expecting a lower CPI?
I think
What's the estimates? What's the numbers? Do you have them?
Yeah. Let me have a look. Let's go home. And then CPI tomorrow is expected to come in at 2.7. Month over month is 0.3. And then core CPI is expected to come a little bit higher with 2.7 and then 0.3. And I think that could come in lower because I think Trump's cooking the numbers. I think he is. Like, I wouldn't put it past him. He fired like half the freaking BLS.
Do you know? I know I say it jokingly, but the only reason I don't believe he's cooking the numbers, and I believe the numbers we get are real, is because if he cooks a number, then someone's gonna leak it.
Yeah.
And once they leak that they cook the numbers, then the market will never
trust
the numbers. It's like us with China. Do you really trust in the Chinese numbers? No.
But look at the revisions. Look at the non-farm payroll revision.
The revisions, the swings in the revisions, I can live with.
It's the thing is just like, I don't think they're cooking the numbers because I want to believe that in America, like, there is rule of law and there is like procedure, and you want to believe it.
They can calculate them in a fishy way, which they did last year, right?
December was like enough gray area.
The CPI is calculated not in a great way. The CPI. And the core CPI, and then there is a super core CPI, which is like basically inflation without inflation. And okay, so you can manipulate data, but you cannot, and I hope they don't, cook the numbers in the way that you and I understand.
Yeah, like
numbers is.
Yeah. Put that at -5. It's like, yeah. Like I have cooked numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know. Like I did a survey one time and I cooked the numbers. Yeah. And I got exactly what I wanted to show. And nobody asked questions, Oh, but man, it's like, that was a stats class. But yeah. Did I get my average right? Yes, I did.
It was perfect. Of course.
Yeah.
Anything you have. Okay, so doing all this nonsense that we've been dealing with in the last 10 days or so.
How do we make money? Is the big question here.
How we make money, and is anything on your desk, anything that you're looking at? I want to hear if you have, and I'm going to tell you what I bought today.
Buy net gas.
Oh, that I knew because we discussed it like last week.
I
That's
bought,
that's the trade. That's the trade.
I bought a 2x leverage nat gas trade on Friday. I'm up 50% on the trade.
Really?
Yeah. And but I'm also but then I bought a 3x Nasdaq. I've been buying it as it's coming down, and on one of my accounts I'm profitable, and then the other I'm break even pretty much. But it's like it's been interesting because the thing is like I think the market is getting ahead of itself. And you heard it. It's like every single meeting, because we haven't talked about the Exxon and oil meeting, but I think the market got ahead of itself and it sold gas and oil for a little bit, and we're going to get a bounce. By the way,
we were discussing the that's my favorite, yeah. I'm the Walmart guy. Yeah, I've been so bullish on it like forever.
They did what, a Gemini? It was Gemini?
Yeah, the partnership with Google, and they're going to join the Nasdaq because Walmart is a tech company.
That's so crazy. Like freaking just put AI in your name and you'll get a 30x valuation. It's crazy. At least I'm glad it wasn't just like the OpenAI deal. Like now it's like OpenAI, Gemini. Mm-hmm. It's funny because they didn't give out a deadline on it. It was like we are gonna do this at some point in the future, and it's like fuck money, But yeah, like that's what I'm paying attention to, and obviously, like if you want to make money in terms of the Fed here, I want to get your thoughts on this. But I think like capital intensive, right? Like I do believe that we're still in a cutting cycle from the Fed.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need the stimulus, both from AI perspective, and I think this is one of the Steve Einsman talks about this. He talks about the K-shaped economy, right? So we are seeing some companies actually boom, but we're seeing other companies actually taking a dive. Right. Mm-hmm. So when you look at the overall economy, because of the weights, S&P 500 is higher, but the reality is not everything in the S&P 500 is actually making money, right? So that's the big thing here, right? It's like there is a lot of pain in different sectors, like real estate is taking a hit. Industrials were taking a hit for a little while. Now they're bouncing back up. And then energy was taking a hit too. So all of these different sectors, they need stimulus. They need cheap money in order to kind of like get those loans cheap, invest, and go.
But do you know that I prefer it this way? That not everything is rallying and not everything is
because it's not a bubble.
Because it's something you can buy, okay, and it scares the shit out of me when everything is all-time high or near the all-time highs, and it's like it's more risky than what we are now. And now you can pick up healthcare. Like in cheap valuation, you can pick up energy, maybe not so much, some stables, some industrials. So investing is not just tech.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just
tech. You need tech in the portfolio, but it's not just tech. So yeah.
No, that's for sure. I think it's creating opportunities. The fact that, for example, like JP Morgan coming down today, like first of all, we have to see whether Trump is going to actually get the 10% on credit cards. And then we have to see whether
they report tomorrow. And
we also have it. Yeah, we also have
earnings season kicks up tomorrow.
So tomorrow is a heavy day.
It was a heavy day. It's earnings and CPI.
Yeah.
And not just any earnings, it's like the financials, like the ones that they can tell about the consumer. And then we get the CPI, which tell us what the consumer spent. So we get both tomorrow. So tomorrow is a busy day, ladies and gentlemen. You should pay attention.
Do you want to go live for the bank? Well, no, the bank. Everything is pre-market. We should go live tomorrow. Everything is pre-market. Inflation data is pre-market.
Do you want to go like an hour before the market open?
That's when we get CPI, so we would have to go like 15 minutes before. So an hour and 15 minutes.
So you want to do like
I'm down.
So you can be live when we get the numbers?
Yep. I'm down.
Okay, I'm down.
I gotta stand at the desk. I gotta stand at the desk. Yeah.
Did you get a treadmill as well?
No, not yet.
No, a
I want to.
standing treadmill.
I thought about it. Like the thing was, like I'm still getting used to the standing desk. You have no idea how many cables have damaged.
Are you standing now?
No. I'm
Oh.
sitting, but it's like straighter. But here.
Trump is meeting with the Colombian president tomorrow.
In the States.
Okay.
And Machado's meeting with him this week.
What happened? I lost you. Are you gonna stand up? There you go. There you go.
And you want to go. And welcome to another episode of. I want to get another camera directly pointing at this. That would be so sick. Like there, and then I'm able to go, well, if we look at this number plus this number, profit. That'd be so good. That'd be so good. Oh!
Guess what I bought today?
What? A mic?
No. It was stock I bought today, and I bought a good amount.
On eToro?
Yeah.
You've been wanting to buy oil, but you stayed away because prices are too high.
Yes.
But they came down, so maybe, but not maybe.
No, it wasn't. No.
You're going into defensive.
No, it is not defensive.
What, you bought tech? You bought tech?
Technically, it's tech.
Palantir.
Better than that. I bought eToro.
Nice.
I bought more.
It's interesting. It's an interesting valuation. It's getting punished for I don't know why. Well, I think it was the downgrade.
It was a downgrade, and I think it has been in that downtrend, and the trend going up and the trend going down is the same. Is the same kind of trend, and I think Friday should be a battle, because once you start seeing people calling you names because you bought the stock, you know that.
Man, on eToro, it's a buying indicator.
It's a buying indicator.
It's a buying indicator when everybody starts going like, "Oh no, you're buying such a loser," and it's like,
yes, it's a buying indicator. Yes.
Yeah, dude. I like buying deals on Black Friday.
Yes.
30% cheaper. Yeah.
Yes.
I bought this desk for 30% cheaper.
Like in March and April when we were buying tech, and we're getting comments, why are you buying Microsoft? Why are you buying Google? Why are you buying Amazon?
It's like, that's dead. And it's like, because it's worth nice. It's value nice. Yeah.
The buying indicators is like, Jim Cramer hates it. That's a buying indicator, right? And when you start getting comments, people telling you why you're buying that, then
you know. The thing is like, it's very true, right? Like, well, even I think we talked about it, right? Like, I think it was in December we were talking about even Bitcoin and Ethereum. It was like, not many people are paying attention to this. This is starting to look appealing.
I have a take about Bitcoin.
Go. I've been buying more. Are
you familiar with the McRib?
No. Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah. I know the McRib.
McDonald's just announced its return.
Apparently they're getting sued for it, no? Because apparently there's no ribs inside, but I deviate.
That's besides the point.
Yeah, I know.
So Google the Bitcoin chart, and when McRib it came. Every time they introduce the McRib.
That's hilarious.
Please show to the if you can look it up.
Take a look. I'm gonna go Google Trends. Google Trends. Graham bought Micron today. No, well, another position of Micron. I like Micron. Yo, Micron is interesting.
Yeah, but you have so much of it already.
I bought too little. I freaked out. I should have bought the full position.
Today you bought?
No. I had to see my earnings. I'm up on Micron 44% since 2 months.
That's a good trade. That's a really good trade.
And you know what their forward PE is, eh?
Like 7,
8.
8.
And they're sitting where Nvidia was sitting 2
What's the
years ago.
market? What's the market cap?
It's big. Let me have a look.
Is it like in the 80 billion?
I think a bit bigger than that. I need to set up my screen.
It can be in the hundreds.
With a recent rise, maybe. Yeah. 400 million. Billion. Sorry, 4 billion. 400 billion market cap.
Wait, Micron is larger than AMD? That can be right.
I think so. Let's have a look. It's about the same.
Really?
No, it's bigger.
Really? Micron is bigger than AMD?
Yup. Yeah. 387 market cap, and then AMD is sitting at 339 market cap.
Interesting.
Yeah. Micron, and the thing is, Micron right now is sitting on a gold mine. Like Micron is sitting on a goose and on the golden eggs chicken. And like everybody wants a golden eggs, and the only person that can make those golden eggs is Micron, Samsung, and a couple more.
Toby like Samsung for some reason.
Same, very similar to. So let me have a look at something. Bitcoin. It's not going to be apples to apples, but.
Okay, look, Bitcoin and McRib, the chart. Every time they introduce the McRib, how Bitcoin does.
Past 5 years.
Last 10 years.
And then, what else am I doing? McRib.
I tried the McRib, by the way, when I was in the US. It's excellent.
You know, in Germany, they have it all the time.
Really?
Yeah. I know McDonald's. I know McDonald's menu.
Yeah, I remember in Cyprus, we were like lost in Larnaca, and you were like, you find your way through McDonald's.
Trust. So whenever we get, but how can I? I'm trying to figure this out.
There's a picture of the.
Can I divide it by 100?
Of the Bitcoin chart, and every time they introduce the McRib, it shows like the upside move.
Wait, Bitcoin McRib. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Finally, an actual indicator. Yeah, I read it. Yeah, in the Reddit Bitcoin chart. Yeah, I'll show you. That's gold. let's get this. I'm showing this chart on Thursday for Timothy. Timothy, I want you to explain to me this cycle right here.
He's going to tell you according to the 4-year cycle.
According to the 4-year cycle, the McRib comes every 2.5. Right?
McRib is back.
McRib, bam, McRib, bam. That's hilarious.
Look at it.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Oh my god, we have to get the date because they announced the return the other day.
Check out. This is a longer one.
Yeah, that's the one. I saw earlier.
Timothy, get ready. This is a talking point on Thursday. No.
Yeah.
Open image.
An actual indicator. There you go.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, we're talking about this on Thursday.
It does two. Every time it returns, it does 2x.
Oh my goodness! I want. Wow. Oh man.
The McRib.
This is hilarious.
It is.
I had no idea this existed. This is fantastic.
Really?
I had
Oh,
no idea. I had no idea.
I knew about this, but as soon as they announced the return, we have to talk about this. You know what? We're gonna start with this on Thursday.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
gonna
down.
start with because we're
All right,
gonna cover the CPI. It's gonna be old news the CPI by Thursday. It's gonna be covered already. We're gonna touch on it like later, but
Yeah.
we should start with this.
Insane, eh? I wonder.
Keep this picture.
Yeah, for sure. Damn. The more you know. Welcome to another episode of Market Bus. That's great. That's fantastic. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. Oh my goodness. I'm liking this movement. If we continue to break, like if we get good data tomorrow, the NASDAQ can break all-time highs maybe. S&P sitting at all-time highs, eh?
Yeah.
Dimitris, you know what you have to do? You have to get on the website. And what you have to do is you have to get to YouTube because I don't think people see your messages.
Yeah.
That's what I'm showing them. Yeah. So what you have to do is get on YouTube and then pop out the chat. And then if you type on the chat from your YouTube, it'll say your name and stuff.
Okay.
With your picture and stuff and all that.
Okay.
And I think it worked because I don't think it shows.
Okay.
Because I think like the guests go to Riverside.
Okay. All right. I'll have it in mind.
Yeah. It's the only thing. We're still live.
Yeah.
How's the market?
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna have some McDonald's tonight, just to get the.
I had some Jollibee today.
Yeah.
You know Jollibee?
No.
Filipinos McDonald's, I think it is.
Yeah, show me. Anything good?
It's so good. It's so good.
Do you like Nando's?
Depends where it's at. So Nando's in the UK sucks.
In Edinburgh.
It sucks. But if you eat, for example, like I'm telling you, like in Malaysia, like if you have a mediocre restaurant, you don't survive. So every single restaurant is better in Malaysia. Every single one. Like McDonald's is bomb. Freaking KFC insane. All of the restaurants, because you have to like the food in the stalls outside is cheaper and better. So you have to compete with that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like that's good food, you know? But yeah, Jollibee is like fried chicken. Fried chicken, they have pasta.
Interesting take.
But yeah, I'm telling you, it's like the best cheeseburger I've ever eaten from McDonald's was
the best cheeseburger you ever eaten. Okay.
From McDonald's.
You're raising the standards right now.
No, from McDonald's. Bali. Yeah.
Really?
The best burger I've eaten. Bali. I don't know what that meat had. I don't even know if it was meat, but it was great. Bali was fantastic. I don't know what it was, but it was the best McDonald's burger that I've ever had.
Interesting.
The best chicken burger, Malaysia, outside my school. You used to sneak out.
You went to school in Malaysia?
Yeah. I went to school in Malaysia.
You went to school in India as well?
No. I had to take a suggested gap year by the university.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kicked me out because I didn't get the grades. So they suggested I take a year off and then come back.
Did you?
I did. I could have gotten a PhD by the time it took me to get a bachelor's. Fucking nuts, dude. Oh, yeah. I could have 100% gotten a PhD. If I
like Burger King as well.
Yeah. Burger King, good, you know. But Jollibee.
You know what? Burger King, it feels more like a burger than McDonald's. McDonald's, it's like, it's the taste of it and the feeling of it. But Burger King feels more like, you know what? They have some gourmet burgers at Burger King. You know, those Black Angus or whatever they are. And they're actually quite good. And I can get everything delivery. They're like 5 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
Can get everything
Five
delivered.
Guys?
We don't have Five Guys in Cyprus. I used to eat them in the US and Shake Shack. Five Guys and Shake Shack are the top burger places.
This is a controversial take. We're gonna get more hate about the burger choices than the Federal Reserve notes. You ready?
Yeah, because we start talking about the Maghreb, and then we, the
That's
Maghreb.
crazy. That's crazy, dude. I want to corroborate. It's crazy. That's hilarious. I was just gonna show that chart. I'm gonna make Timothy. We need your analysis. This is fundamentals charts, and we just need to get your fundamental.
I'm sure he's aware of it.
100%.
I'm sure he's aware of it. I'm sure he has.
100%.
I'm sure he gets like an alarm when he's getting an alert when the Maghreb is going to be released from McDonald's.
He probably has that like an Excel table made by
Yes.
AI that says it's like
Yes.
in the last 42 times that we got the Maghreb, Bitcoin has on average been 1.97% 3 months later. And 6 months later, it was double that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's oh, I'm blanking. What's Timothy's channel?
What, the panic drop?
Yeah, it's a panic drop fact.
It's a panic drop fact, yeah.
A PDF. A panic drop fact. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh man, but yeah, no, it's So I think it's like, how do you make? Okay, let's resume this.
Yeah.
To just put this right. It's like the tensions from Trump and Jerome Powell are to create uncertainty, doubt within the Federal Reserve, the FOMC, and their credibility.
Yes.
And he's trying to take as much as he can away in order to have his guys control the narrative that we're going to come with lower rates as soon as Powell is gone.
Yes.
And hopefully he creates enough of a nuisance to make Powell go away and not stay in the Fed. So then he gets the 2 seats, I think that's actually a very interesting point.
And in case the economy runs into trouble, he has a scapegoat.
Yeah.
You know what? I was telling the guy to cut rates. He wasn't listening to me. This is the recession. It's not my fault. I tried everything I could. It's just, he's calculated moves. Calculated for sure.
Okay.
Time to
Success.
say.
I don't think we will. I don't like. I like Powell, man. I like Powell. I'm gonna say it. I like Powell, and I think he deserves a Nobel.
Me too.
Give him the Nobel. He deserves it. And you know what would Trump hate? If Powell gets a Nobel and he doesn't. You imagine? That'd be so good. How often do they give out the Nobels? Every year?
Yeah, once a year.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it on economics.
Yeah. Give him the peace one.
Yeah.
just to put salt on the wound. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. What was the Nobel Prize in Economics this year? Has been awarded? No. To Mikor Agion and Howitt for demonstrating how. This was 2 months ago.
How the market is doing? The market is doing quite well today.
Because it was a buying opportunity. The Powell thing was a buying opportunity.
Walmart is up 3.5%. Welcome to the Nasdaq.
Welcome to the Nasdaq. That's hilarious. They do have the valuation for it, that's for sure.
They do. It's more expensive than Nvidia.
I know.
I remember that day you went crazy on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's uninteresting. It's I think Powell will just sit in his post for the next 3 months. 100%. 100%. He can't touch him. That's the beautiful thing. Like Trump can't touch him. But it's all that he says. Like it's so funny how he answers. He's like illegal. But what if Trump wants you to illegal? What if he asks you to resign? No. It's like
you don't have the authority to remove the Fed chair.
No, and if he does, I'm telling you, if he does, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'll buy Bitcoin. And the macro.
Oh, really? You're gonna buy the riskiest?
No, I'll buy my rip, and whenever, yeah, 100%,
Okay, okay.
100%.
So one last question before we go. After you saw the McRib chart,
I'm gonna buy it. If there's an announcement, I'm gonna buy it just to say that I did it. Like I traded GME with like a couple of $100 because I
yeah,
wanted to be part of the GME move.
yeah,
Now I can say for the rest of life that I was
yeah,
in the GME move. I made that stock go from who
yeah.
knows what to. I think I lost $100 on it, you know. But yeah, I was in the GME move, and yeah, the McRib, yeah, for sure. That's hilarious.
It's a good indicator. Yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder, it's like because the McRib comes every now and then, and it's like, okay, like what makes it come out? Is it like
It's not seasonal.
it's
Right?
random?
It's random. It's usually around the Thanksgiving and holidays. This time, November and December, it was not released. Announced the return, which tells me it should be soon in the next few weeks. When it does, then it goes like the banana zone.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
AMC move, the meme stocks. There's still some meme stocks kicking around, eh?
Zach, hello to Zach. He's a friend. He goes to the gym with me.
I need to start going to the gym again. I
Mm.
got the weights there.
Yeah, you should,
Get the walking and the weights.
you should get a treadmill and then do the podcast and do like reps, like do some
Because
bicep,
Jerome Powell,
some try.
man, the camera. That's the problem. No, I'm messing things up. That's the problem. Every time you change one cable,
Yeah,
you gotta be careful
yeah.
because you start pulling on the wrong things. Insane. Nice.
All right. Let me order some food.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
I think we covered the Trump nonsense
Yeah.
and his
Like
policies.
I think it's a nothing burger for now until we start seeing real.
Yeah.
Like take him out in cuffs and then we'll talk. I'm out, dude. I'm out. You imagine you give Trump that power.
How you felt this morning watching that video? Honestly.
I was surprised at the fact that the video came out
Yeah.
because it's not the rhetoric that I see with Jerome Powell normally kind of coming up with. And that was the thing. That was the thing that freaked me out.
You didn't think it was a deep fake?
No, because it was in the Fed, and I had seen the news.
Okay.
So I had seen the news, and then I was like, and then he popped up, and then I saw, and I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So I didn't think it was a deep fake, but I was surprised at the rhetoric, right? Like it wasn't like normal Jerome, which he's like, hey, like no, he was like, hey, this is what's going on.
Yes. Yes.
And he was very clear, almost like he was making a statement. You know what I mean? Like obviously.
Because he's never clear. He's always dances around the answer.
And he just says like we're not political, but this time around he was like, hey, like this is outrageous.
Yeah,
that was the stance.
Last night it was like completely different of what we are used to.
Yeah.
From J Powell.
So that was the thing, So that's what made me pay attention. Obviously, the thing was like the market didn't move much, and then I was waiting to see how the treasuries would move. I saw that the S&P was down 0.5, like the futures was down minimally. So I was like, okay, we're gonna take a hit, but I was expecting. So my take on Monday was, hey, we're gonna come into the week with strength, and then we're gonna sell off at the end of the day, right? Because we have data. And then we're gonna go into data. We're gonna play out the data, and the data is potentially gonna be in line or better. and then we're gonna rally. So I made a purchase on Friday, and then I was taking a loss on those, but then I'm up again, and it's like, okay, like crisis averted, because it didn't seem like the market took it seriously. It was more like, okay, like there's a probe, cool. This is Trump's doing, and the fact that he came out and he was like, yeah. I didn't know this was happening. I was like, you motherfucker. It's like it's politics, right? It's like it's not even, it's propaganda. It's like, it's like you're making it look crazier than it is.
It's politics, and he knows how to play the politics part really well. Trump, he always knew how to play the politics really well, and he's making a point. And it's unfortunate that he's making the point on Jay Powell, because we think he did really well. He doesn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve to go out like this,
Not
right?
at all. Not at all, man.
No.
Like it was Trump's fault that the tariffs created uncertainty. We would be lower if the tariffs were not up.
Yeah,
But Trump doesn't see it that way. Trump
doesn't
thinks
see
his
it that
tariffs
way.
are golden. Yeah.
And Jay Powell is not his job to be concerned about the tariffs, but instead to manage monetary policy to be in line with the tariffs. And I believe he did that. Despite the tariffs, inflation has dropped down, and that was not cutting like a lunatic when Trump won it. And we are in a position we are today with inflation dropping despite the tariffs because of power. And Trump
Yep.
doesn't see this. And it's unfortunate a good man to go out like almost like disgraced.
In my book, he did great.
In
Like,
my yeah, me too.
and if he ever wants to come to Market Bus, I will gladly host him.
You know what? We should invite him
Yeah.
after he's
Yeah.
after he's gone.
Yeah. Start sending letters every day. Day one of asking Powell to be on my podcast. Day two of asking Powell to be on my podcast.
uh, that's so funny.
There, a lot of people are saying he's just like he's waiting with his golf bag in his car, ready to go.
Probably.
He's just done.
Yeah, he's done. He had enough.
Yeah, I think he's gonna leave with like the economy in a good place, and it's just gonna be like the sanctity of the effect must be maintained.
And then the next guy joins in, and what targets do you think Trump will look at this year?
I think he's just trying to keep the ones he has on right now.
Yeah, because we are waiting for the Supreme Court. Did we get
Ruling.
that? No, we didn't get that. We're waiting on the decision from the Supreme Court if they are constitutional or not, which I think they are. And I don't see how the Supreme Court is going to vote against it, even though it's an American company that is bringing the lawsuit. But I don't think they're going to turn them, in my opinion.
I think they are
You think they are?
because there's too much power for a president.
Yeah,
There's too
but
much power.
it's not the first time they impose tariffs on other nations.
True,
Trump,
but
Trump is not the first guy he's not the one that came up with the idea of tariffs.
no, I don't think it is. But the fact that he can just like willy-nilly start imposing them just because he feels like it
Yeah.
is not
The
the
way,
American way.
the way he's going about it is what makes this whole thing like fucked up.
Yeah.
It's the way he's going about it. It's not because it's going
But okay, Graham, MVP, Sachs, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody watching. We'll see you in the next episode on our normal programming every Thursday. Maybe tomorrow we'll go live because there's actually no, tomorrow we'll see you live tomorrow in a non-normal program because I want to go for CPI. It's got to be quick. It shouldn't last more than a couple of 15, 20, 30 minutes because it's just data.
An hour and a half, depending how.
That's the problem. We got to say a minute for it to last 15.
If everything goes on estimates, then it's going to be short. If we get like a miss on the upside or downside, then we're going to stay for a couple of hours.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. I mean, market knows something, eh?
Yeah.
According to today, the market knows something. So,
Mm. Let's see what they know.
all right,
I'm curious to find out.
all right. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Peace.
Thank you, guys.